It is a beautiful Saturday morning here in Southern California. The ocean is looking very beautiful. The mountains are gorgeous. And of course, my 2021 Ford Mustang Mach-e in grabber blue, looking glistening and gorgeous as ever. My name is Mitch Batista, and this is Charging the Road. This is my 2021 Ford Mustang Mach-e first edition. I first purchased her back in February of 2021, right before the chip shortage happened, right before the demand started going up and the marking started going up. Believe it or not, yes, I bought the vehicle without any dealer markups. It was basically straight up MSRP. And you can thank Santa Monica Ford for providing me with this vehicle. So big shout outs to Santa Monica Ford for helping me purchase my 2021 Ford Mustang Mach-e in gorgeous, beautiful grabber blue. I named her Bluebird Chun-Li. Chun-Li as in the Street Fighter Chun-Li. I absolutely, at the end of the day, I absolutely love my car. I really, really do. But just like any other videos out there, just like anybody else's opinion, there's always going to be pros and cons to everything, to what you own or experience or whatever. So in this video, we're going to be talking about my pros and cons, what I like and what I dislike about my Ford Mustang Mach-e. All right, let's dive into it. The first thing that I like about my Mustang Mach-e is just how beautiful and striking and gorgeous it looks. Look at the curves you have in the front. The hood is kind of sticking a bit. It's not like sloping down too much. It's almost like has that original Mustang look. Of course, it's with the crossover look. And then you have the curves and lines here that just looks so smooth, but so aggressive as well. The back tail lights, though, this is what I like about the back tail lights. The back tail lights is pretty much mimicking to the original Mustang as well, with the 3 bars. What's great is though is that the bottom here will be indicating for the turning signal, while the top will be for brakes as well. And of course you have the Mustang emblem. Now, to differentiate from the Mach-e and the traditional Mustang is that these have lines going across, so don't forget about that. And of course it's a crossover, so the crossover is going to have that crossover aggressive look, which is amazing, which is great. The other thing about the look is also too, like if you notice in the roof line here, it slopes down along with the color, but at the top here, you have a little bit of room just so you can have your proper cargo space. Now, please do apologize in advance for the mess that I have in my car right now. You have to forgive me of the space and the junk I have right now, because I am in the process of moving. So you have all this amount of cargo space, which is great. And of course at the top here, compensate for the glass roof and everything. And of course you have your privacy screen, which is great, which is amazing, which I like so much. The styling on this is amazing, but the interior is what really love here too. You have a 15-inch portrait screen, along with clean but classic but modern looking lines going across the dash here. You're gonna have physical stocks, physical buttons, and of course you have that gorgeous clicking volume knob, which I really, really enjoy. And of course, my Mustang Mach-e first edition does come with, it's like a premium package. It does come with everything's included as far as like safety packages and whatnot, and also the Bang & Olufsen sound system. Another thing that I like about the Mach-e is the range. This version of the Mustang has an extended battery range, all-wheel drive, which means this gets up to 270 miles in a single charge, but that's going from 0 to 100. Now, typically though, you wouldn't be driving from 100 to 0, because once you reach down to 0, you got no charging stations nearby, well, you're pretty much stuck. You don't want to get called to a tow truck. So typically you want to be driving between 10 to 80, maybe 90%. 100% is fine, but you definitely want to start looking for a charging station once you get to 10%. So in reality though, for me, the range would be anywhere between 220 and 240 to 250 on a daily range every time I do a charge. However, Because at the moment right now, except when I move into my new apartment, at the moment right now, I don't have a charging station in my own apartment, so I had to rely on Electrify America and other DC fast chargers to charge my vehicle, which typically I only charge either up to 30 minutes or up to 80%, which gives me about enough range for the week, which is like about 210, 220 miles. But at the end of the day, that's plenty enough range for me to have for the week, really for the week. But even for the day too, let alone for the day, but for the week, absolutely. Another thing I like about the Mach-e is the drive and comfort. Now, growing up as a kid, we've always been a Ford family. We've owned a Ford Thunderbird, a Ford Taurus, a Ford Crown Victoria. Yes, the old school LTD Crown Victoria from like 1985, 1988. I'll have to show you some pictures if I can throw some pictures in. So we've always been a Ford family. Actually, my first vehicle was actually a 2001 Ford Escape. That thing ran to like 250,000 miles. I actually absolutely love that thing. But the Ford vehicles has never been like the most comfortable rides. It's like your standard American-made vehicle. But I have to admit, the Mustang Mach-e is one of the most comfortable, one of the most joyful rides I've ever had. Yes, I will admit, it is a little hoppy, a little bouncy, but still, it's still very good at the bumps. It's very good at the curves. It's super smooth. It's like, I wouldn't say silky smooth like a Mercedes, but it is still a very comfortable ride. The seats itself is actually surprisingly cushy. It's surprisingly cushy, but after like driving for like 3 to 4 hours, it does kind of hurt on your butt a little bit. But even after that, once you reach like 3 to 4 hours, I think it's actually time for you to charge the vehicle anyways. So at the end of the day, like, this is like such an amazing, comfortable ride, and this is what I love so much. And then the vehicle can handle like the mountain curves really, really well. When you put it, of course, next to when you start driving around the mountains with the winding roads, that feels amazing. I have to admit, it really feels amazing, but it's so, so good. The next one on the list is no-brainer. It is a screen and infotainment and the technology behind the Mustang Mach-e. There is so much to cover, so I'll just give you a snippet of this. So again, this is the Ford Mustang Mach-e first edition. So it's gonna have all the bells and whistles. This is fully loaded package with 360 viewing and technology. So it's gonna have cameras sensor cameras just about everywhere. So if you see these holes here, like that one and that one right there, and of course they're all over the car. And so they're gonna be demonstrating you like the sensors as far as like, you know, if you're pulling into a parking spot, it'll tell you when you're coming close to like a post or something, or like ready if you're about to crash or something. Which, by the way, speaking of crash, so if you're driving down the road and all of a sudden the car stops hard in front of you, this has active brake assistance, which is phenomenal, which is great. And of course, the vehicle can be completed with cameras both in the front and in the back. So not all good things are perfect. And I don't think anything in the world is 100% perfect. That being said, there are cons and there are some dislikes that I have with my Mustang Mach-e. The first thing is the charging curve. Now, the charging curve would have been acceptable 5 years ago, but this is 2023. I believe the charging curve right now is no longer acceptable. Right now, the highest it can receive is about 155 kilowatts, maybe on a good day, 163 kilowatts for DC fast charging your Mustang Mach-e and Electrify America, or even an EVgo if it accepts more amps. But it drops down to like 123, even 113. It takes about 45 minutes to charge from 10% to 80%, 90 to 95 minutes from 10% to 100%. That being said, there are other vehicles that charges faster than that. You have the Mercedes EQS, you have the Kia EV6, you have the Ioniq 5, heck, even the Tesla. There's a Tesla right on the other side of the vehicle you can't see. They charge faster, they charge better. But I'm pretty sure Ford is working on a brand new battery technology. They're building a brand new battery plant that hopefully it'll be a little more efficient, and hopefully they can fix the charging curve to make it charge a little bit faster when you're doing a DC fast charging, because I believe that's going to be the future. But I always recommend that if you have a home with a level 2 charging access, charge that at home. You're going to save yourself a whole bunch of money. That's something we'll talk about later on in the channel. Now, the second dislike, not a lot of people don't know, but it's something I just dislike so much. It's the wireless charging pad. Yes, it works. The wireless charging part does work, but it always sends me a prompt message to say, hey, the wireless charging failed, and it really drives me insane. So I decided to stop using the wireless charging pad in general, and I just put my phone on the right side, right to the right of the charging pad, because I just got a little tired of the vehicle telling me, hey, the wireless charging pad has been disconnected. It's no longer charging. Like, why? It hasn't been moving. It's been, anyways, if you guys have a Mach-e, if you guys know that problem, you probably know that problem. I'm not sure if it improved in later models, in 2023 models, but I know my 2021 model has this problem, and I stopped using the wireless charging pad. It drives me insane. Now, my next dislike, which I actually do happen to like, but there's a reason why I dislike it too, is the door handle. See, the door handle is actually a very neat feature. It feels a bit futuristic, but it's also a little gimmicky too as well. I'm not sure if Ford is going to continue with using this, but I know the Cadillac Lyriq has been using this feature now. To me, the way I see it for the door handles is a car theft deterrent. So the thieves are big idiots, so they're not going to know how to open the door. But anyways, the reason why I don't like it is because of the reliability behind it. Sometimes it doesn't open the door. Sometimes it doesn't respond to when you press the button on your command. And the other fault is when you're trying to load the groceries, not in the cargo space, but in the back seat, sometimes it doesn't unlock. You actually have to press the front door to unlock the back door, which is, I think it just doesn't work. Like, here's the thing, it does work half of the time, but half the time it doesn't. Now, my number one dislike about the Mustang Mach-e, you guessed it, is the brakes. The brakes are not smooth. They're soft in the beginning, but then it gets harsh and then jolts at the end. So it's not a very delightful braking system in the Mustang Mach-e, but it does the job. It really does the job. The regenerative braking as you're going downhill, especially through the Rockies, it does work. I do get a lot of energy back, which is great. But when you're doing daily driving and everything, it gets, so basically it's like you're going, and then it starts to smooth, and then that's what the sensation says. That's the sensation. That's what it feels like. Now, Ford did put out an over-the-air update to help with the braking. Did help just a teeny bit, but at the end of the day, that's how it's being made, and so it is what it is. Now, I'm not sure it's been improved in the later models, but I know in the 2021 Mustang Mach-e first edition, yeah, it's rough. I mean, have I learned to deal with it? Yes, I've learned to deal with it, but I'm hoping like in the refresh models, they'll definitely improve it, because that'll be delightful. Okay, everybody, that wraps it up for this video for my pros and cons, my likes and dislikes of my Ford Mustang Mach-e first edition. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hopefully there's a little more insightful stuff to know what it's like to have a Mustang Mach-e, at least for 2021. If you already get a used one for 2021, but this is pretty much talking about my own thoughts and my own conclusions to my Mustang here. But hopefully the video was useful to you anyways, or at least entertaining. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and follow, hit that subscribe button, share and like the video. Until the next one, guys, have a good one. Cheers and stay smashing. Driving comfort, driving comfort.
Like the Mach-e, man?
Love it. Thank you.